like. Welcome back to today's episode on Data Delight. I remain your beautiful host, Connie Eze. So last week, there was this brow-raising topic about Herbert, Wigwe, and his church. You know, Herbert Wigwe died, and weeks later, his pastor's wife had this lavish birthday party. And on Facebook was on fire. Everybody was saying, why would she do this? Why would she do that? They had so many things to say. Trust me, I have a very beautiful guest who is going to help us dissect this juicy topic. She's no other person than Mercy Udison of Glamorous Diary.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Connie.
Yeah. So we are Christians, right? We will talk like Christians, so that people who are watching will either learn or maybe hear from your opinion and see if it works for them.
Okay.
The Bible in the book of Ecclesiastes 7:2 says it's better to be in the house of mourning than the house where they are partying or the house of feasting. So it's gave us this awareness that as a follower of Jesus, you are an extension of him here on earth.
Yes.
Good. So if Jesus was on earth, or if Herbert Wigwe was a follower of Jesus or a disciple of Jesus, and he passed, and Jesus was supposed to celebrate his 30th birthday, maybe a few days after, do you think Jesus would celebrate that birthday, that lavish birthday?
So I would like to stand on the fence here because I do not know what Jesus would do. Honestly speaking, I'm not in the mind of Jesus and I can't say what Jesus would do. However, from the whole bans on the internet about the whole issue and from the conversation that I've heard, he was a supporter of the church, a major financial supporter, and why would she throw a birthday? Now, permit me to say this, as a human as she is, she must have been planning her birthday coming, I believe. So it's just not a good news to hear the passing of a financial member at the time that it's close to your birthday.
Not just a member, she's a mother. So let's say Herbert is her son in the Lord. So a son in the Lord, like if we put pressure on that as a leader, let's hear you.
All right. In my opinion, as a leader in the capacity she holds, should not stop her from celebrating her birthday. My opinion, yeah? And my reason is this. One, she's a human. Two, we cannot control what happens. The fact that something has happened does not mean that it will stop life from moving forward. However, I believe that as a mother she is, she must have mourned her son in the Lord. And life continues. It's just, let me give you a good example. So a mother gives birth to a child who is still little, and then she passes on to glory. Do you mean that child will not continue to live?
Now, hold on. You brought a context where it's the mother and child, and we're talking about celebration and mourning. I understand you, I really do. Somebody said something on Facebook. He said a particular guy, lost his mom 2 weeks to his wedding, and they had to tone down the wedding. Like, the wedding was supposed to be lavish and all. They had to tone it down because the date was fixed. Like, everything was prepped for the wedding. Yeah. They had to tone the wedding down. Does it really make any impact? The mom is dead already. The people who had something to say said it because she even had to invite Flavor.
As to that, like I said again, it's her decision. Now, for that scenario which you created, I feel the child, just for respect for the mother, decided to tone down the wedding. Now, in this case, my respects to the dead, but the deed has been done and cannot be undone. So in my opinion, once again, Because the news that are flying out are still from, I believe, Christian folks, people who must have been close to the deceased and even the pastor's wife. So the information we are hearing, they are not information that have been public.
Yes.
So they just became public as a result of probably people's biasness to, oh, why should she celebrate and why
Are
should
they
she
being
not?
biased for real?
In my opinion, like I said, what happens in the secret cannot be seen by the outsiders. Now, I'm trying to bring this, our African man proverb. What happens behind locked doors cannot be known by the public, except someone from the inside
Exactly.
brings it out to the outside. Now, I understand that we are in an African setting where things are done and certain belief system, because I believe, even because this is not like the only controversy. There was another controversy that came up or sprang up in the company he runs.
But that is work. Work life goes on.
So why do you think work life goes on and then spiritual life or religious life or
See,
whatsoever life should not go on?
She has the right to do whatever she wishes to do. But some things are morally right. A girl on Facebook said something. Not a girl, sorry. A lady on Facebook said something. Shout out to you, Choma. She said, even she, when they go church, she's better than all of these people.
In what sense, please?
It made me feel a certain way. The man is not a small person. In that, like, okay, you say, okay, it's not like a church rat that died and nobody will notice. Let me just move on. This is somebody who everybody knew. Now, we're not even talking in the sense that what even made this conversation raise brows is because the parents of this man said they don't want to see the church people during his funeral. He has aged parents who are in their 80s. How do you expect them to feel?
I honestly do believe that she has her rights to whatsoever she wants to do.
So what about toning the party down? Or maybe
No.
postponing the party? Is it worth it?
But the truth is, the party didn't come up immediately the guy died. How about that? Probably it's been 3 weeks, 4 weeks, or probably 3 weeks or 2 weeks. Please, is that not enough time to mourn? Or would you want to tell me that people out there would prefer she mourns for a year or 2 years? But let's take a look at it from this angle. You that is listening to us right now, have you ever lost someone? Did you mourn for 5 years? See, you can remember and to bring back, memories. But you will not keep mourning forever. You move on. Some of you can say, because it's not our son, like a biological
Exactly.
son. But even if it's a biological son, say, I know some men of God, which I will not mention, that even when they lost their children, did that mean that they will stop preaching the gospel?
This is preaching. We're talking about partying.
Oh.
We're talking about dancing to Ababola.
You see, the truth is, we can keep giving instances and, just giving examples of it's not in the same category or something like that.
Yes.
I feel losing someone is losing someone. Or would you tell me that losses are different?
See,
A
losing
loss is a
someone
loss.
is losing someone. Mourning and partying, I think they are in the same. There's a time to mourn and there's a time to laugh. It's in the same. They're in the same content, like they're in the same family. We are mourning today, and then in how many days you move on? You're supposed to even be the one like calling the kids, putting them together because he has 3 kids who are still alive.
But
Shout out to them, though.
No, but don't you think that things must have been done underground? It's only what they want you to hear they will bring. Like, only what the masses wants to hear is what they will bring online. Because I believe whoever brought out all these, rumors would not bring out the full gist.
May not even know the full gist.
May not even know and will just bring out, little stories here and there. And before you know, everybody begins to ponder on it. I feel as humans, we should respect people's privacy. I'm not saying that what the pastor's wife did is right or wrong, because I'm in no position to judge her. But like I would say, respect the dead and move on with your life. Moreover, the people that are coming out online to, raise eyebrows, I believe that we must at some point or the other lost someone in our lives. How would you feel having people come to talk about your family issues online? Like, is it your business? How would you feel? People are mourning and then you are just raising unnecessary talk. How do you feel his parents would feel? All I'm just trying to say is, in as much as we may have our own inclinations to as to what is right or as to what is wrong, we should respect people's privacy. At least allow people be.
Okay, you sound like it's a play on emotion. Why do you sound like it's a play on emotion?
I really like that question, yeah? Because as humans, we are all emotional beings. That's the first thing I need to establish. Because if you do not respect someone's emotion, and when it is now done to you, you now expect your world to understand how you feel. How do you think the person feels right now? Because, permit me, the pastor's wife in question, have you, bashing her on the internet, thought about how she would feel? Do you think she is not a mother that has a kid? Do you think she has not lost anybody in her life? The fact that you don't know part of a person's story or the whole of a person's story should not mean you should come out there and just begin to point finger. I'm not saying what she did is right or because I'm standing on defense.
Fall out of defense. Either fall this way or fall this other way. What she did, is it right? Abi, it is wrong.
I want to still stand on the fence, but I would use myself as an example. Let's assume such a thing happens and I'm in that position where, as a matter of fact, we've lost someone in my family before, like my extended family. And if I had a party whatsoever, now I believe my family members, that's my extended family members, should understand that we have mourned. Because even if it takes 2 months and she still throws this party, hold on.
Okay.
Even if it takes 3 months, even if it takes 4 months, hear me clearly, and she still throws this party, people will still talk.
But maybe within that 4 months, he would have been buried, or they would have had a service of song for him to officiate that. Okay, you were dead and gone. I tell you, it's just been fresh, fresh from farm. You get? It's been fresh and.
However fresh it is, I still want to stand on my ground and say respect her opinion. She must have mourned. Were you there when she was mourning? Were you there when she even visited the family? Do you even know what? There are things that must have happened behind closed doors. Like I said, we are all humans. Some persons respect some persons' emotions, while some do not. And I choose to want to say from the point of or from the place of people who respect people's emotions and respect people's opinion, that she has a right to do whatsoever she wants to do. Because it's not like the guy died today and then she threw the party tomorrow. It's taking like 2 weeks or thereabouts. She has mourned. And you were not there. I was not there when she was mourning. All I just want to say once again, in as much as she is a spiritual parent to this family, if you're listening to me and you're a member of Herbert Wigwe's family, I want to extend my condolences to you. But however, I would like to say that please filter the noise in the society. Not everything everyone says is valid. Because I believe from mouth of so many people, some persons begin to get confused and begin to want to dwell in whatsoever people are saying.
Misha, me, I don't. This advice you give now is not for people like me. Me, I will keep my list with you. Your body will try you as a pastor's wife, or not just as a pastor's wife, as a woman of God, like as a mother figure in the faith.
Yeah.
Is it good to invite somebody who sings? Mm-hmm. Shout out to you, Flavor. I love you. Is it good? Is it bad? A lot of people said so. She didn't see Frank Edward. She didn't see. What's her name? Mercy Chinwo, Chema Jesus, and all. What do you have to say about that? Don't sit on the fence this time, please. Don't do that.
I am a Christian, and I would say it's her choice still. But now let me say this from a pure place. I feel if you're a Christian, you should represent who you model. Because someone who is in the world would look up to you and be like, I thought she be pastor.
You need to see Facebook. Facebook people were not joking. No. They drag this Tiger Gen. They drag Tiger Gen on top. It's just that maybe Twitter people didn't put focus on it. Facebook people drag Tiger Gen on this matter. Imagine if Twitter people got hold of maybe they had attention on it. the generator is going to be listed. Those olden days one, those one they call plants. That type. That's what they would have dragged on matter.
But we work in organizations and corporations. And whenever we want to do our end of the year party or whatsoever events we want to do, believe me, most of these corporations invite people like Flavor, yeah?
Yeah.
And you may be a pastor working in that organization. You may be a believer working in that organization. As a matter of fact, sometimes believers are part of the planning committee, and then they'll bring these people on board as entertainers to come and entertain. Now, the reason being is because when you're in a corporate setting, you know that it's not just
Your faith, yeah.
it's not just your faith that is being practiced there. So we have different set of people that are practicing different religions. So just to meet at the middle or at the midpoint to satisfy everybody. So you bring in people. Why do you see people like Davido are ambassadors, Tiwa Savage, Lady Gaga are ambassadors for businesses and brands? Why? Because they know that people that they are servicing are not of the same faith and they have different faiths. Now, in the case of this pastor's wife, in as much as I like to ignore this question and pass it on, I would just like to say we should be perfect examples of who we model, and that's where I'll end it.
That's good. Kind of interesting. Be a perfect example of who you model. Because if I'm doing party and I have the money, okay, I didn't say I'm going to invite anybody though, but I'll be able to sieve the kind of people who I bring to my event. Yeah. I'll sieve them so that,
especially when you occupy sensitive
exactly.
roles. See, we need to. I'm just trying to be political here. I'm trying to be political because I myself, I know that I'm growing in the faith and all of that. So for some of you that will rush to my own page, I want to come and condemn me and all of that. But I believe there are some certain roles or positions that you occupy that some things should not be heard of you.
Yes.
Because you are the one bringing people to come and point finger at you.
Exactly.
Because if you do the right thing, nobody will see finger to point.
I think what actually made people on Facebook put interest in this topic, in this whole matter, was just because it was Flavor. Yes, Flavor didn't sing all those his bomb songs, all those his, but he just sang those his party kind of songs. But people didn't want to hear that one. Children of Africa didn't want to hear that one. Social media has this way of making life look like the Pharisees and the Sadducees. Once they catch you,
they will
nail you. So they just they used that Flavor thing. How we should bring Flavor. Why is she a Christian? Someone actually said, I have a problem with this woman. She dresses so lavishly. She looks so lavish. She does not even model. She doesn't even behave like a pastor's wife.
Wow.
So is there a way a pastor's wife is supposed to look?
Definitely. Like I said, model who you represent. You cannot be a pastor's wife and dress like a Tiwa Savage.
But what if she dresses modestly, but bougie, that smells rich? What if she dresses or behaves a certain way, do you get, that screams something else, but she's modest? What if?
Then there's a problem.
Really?
Because if you're dressing modestly and then it's speaking something else to the people watching you, I feel.
What if it's the Bible preaching money-centric, like money-centric and all? What if it's something like that?
I like it.
Interesting.
Yes. If it's smelling money-centric, smelling bougie-centric, as long as she's modest, I like it. Do you expect her to not dress like one old haggard woman?
There's so much expectation as a Christian in this part of the world.
So much expectation.
You have to be poor.
Like, yes. You want to look poor. That shows that you are really
a servant
of God. And that narrative is...
It's too bad.
It's bad.
It's too bad.
My God is not poor.
I would rather be a rich member of a church that gives all my money than be a pastor's wife and look haggard. God, I beg. So, thank you for this part of the conversation. See, from her own point of view, she said, "Make could they might do that business." Because this guest is a very wonderful guest. She only said we should be minded. That's all I could pick.
And I also said they should respect people's
Yes, now when they say
emotions.
You should respect people's privacy and emotion, it means drink water and mind your business so that your skin will glow. So if you've watched down to this point, you should know that on today's episode, you must have learned that you should drink water and mind your business. 2, you should drink water and mind your business again. Thank you for watching. Do well to like, subscribe, and also drop a comment anywhere it hurt you for this situation with Nigeria Day. Drop them for comment section, guys. Thank you for watching. See you same time, same place, same channel next week. Bye.